Alrighty, we are back again for, well, we're starting on Tuesday this week. Monday for Australia is when WrestleMania Night 2 was on. Valon up against Dartz as climate change. Must be another sort of archetype of card with the QLI cards. So, Raphael, Valon going up against Dartz. This is a semi-final match. The winner will play either Pegasus or... I think it's Pegasus and Raphael, if I remember it correctly. And, a Psyframe Overload on first turn. That's Valon's kind of trump card. And a Pot of Duality, so there's quite a lot of comments for me to have a look through on this, as well as there's just a lot to talk about in general with everything that's gone on in the wrestling world and all that as well, as I know there are a lot of wrestling fans in the audience. I think that's where we were up to in comments. This is for the Chumley and the Arcana match. That was the final of Chumley's run. It was a very good run. It was a very good series overall, and I actually thought Chumley did a lot better than what he thought. SCH292 says at 29 minutes 47 says, "Oh, that was total BS. LOL." I don't remember what the scene was. Psyframe Driver is summoned. It's one of the better cards for Valon. So, what was it? 29 minutes 47. And I'm just having a... Koala was on the field. There's 3 cards face down. I don't remember what this... Okay, it's when he hit the Dark Magician. When there were 3 cards face down, well, 33% chance, 1 in 3. And yes, managed to hit the Dark Magician, but it didn't matter in the end. Crimson Maelstrom says, "Shame Chum couldn't make it a perfect run, but still 15-1 is nothing to scoff at." Chum did much better than what I thought. I thought he would have gone like 12-4, 11-5, something like that. Maybe on a good run, and 13-3. He was really good. I didn't think he'd go 15-1. Silas DC says, "Maybe there's something wrong with Arcana's deck since nobody seems to be able to beat it. Maybe it should be nerfed a little." I'm probably not the only person who thinks that, or possibly has said that at some point. Plus, Arcana has a lot of characters who have a baseline of 1900. Power fast majority of the other characters are lower than that, so Chumley only has Vampiric Koala. So maybe nerf his deck a little bit. Maybe for future Battle City events. So now in this duel, we are still sticking with Valon's Psyframe deck for the time being because Mania's been on. I have not even thought about what changes to make to any of these decks. Out of the 2 of them though, if Valon can get that Psyframe Overload onto the field, he should be able to beat Dartz. However, if Valon doesn't draw that card, his deck is actually really, really cruddy. Anyway, but Arcana, at the end of the day, someone's always got to stand out and be strong, and Arcana has been that character. The best way to nerf his deck is probably to remove Magician's Robe and Magician's Souls, probably, and maybe... It's just that with Arcana, in both those Chumley matches, he drew Dark Magic Curtain. He's paid half his life points to get the Dark Magician down, and that's been enough just to overwhelm the field. We could potentially take out Skilled White Magician and Breaker. But he's got good magic cards. The Magical Dimension, it's just that it fits his character so well. All the Magician and all the magic cards. So, but no, Arcana's deck is a lot of fun to watch. It has had some very good matches though. As Venom Cobra is destroyed. Let's not forget, Tanya beat him 2-0. Tanya with the Amazon S, and that Amazon S deck was nerfed, which says a lot for how strong that deck is. Emperor Pikachu says, poor Chum, but he did really well. Thought he would be 13-3, what a great series. Even so, even in that Arcana and Chum match, Chum did win one of the matches, and I reckon Arcana got a bit lucky as well. If we replayed that match, Chumley could very well win. Like, on a different day, it could be a different story. Moonwolfie says, 15-1, Arcana upsets the undefeated bid. I also thought Chum was going to lose more than to Arcana. I thought Bakura, Kaiba and Maya were also going to beat him. 3 stellar matches, and Chum had many grilled cheeses. To be fair, the Chum and the Arcana match, it was very good. It's the sort of match that you want for a 3-game series, like especially for a final. And I promise I am watching this Valon and Dartz match. This match has only gone for 6 turns. So far, the Psyframe deck is a little bit tricky to use, and it can't really do much at times as well. Wind Up Rabbit, it keeps coming back and forth from the field. Now, and another thing about the Psyframe overload, Valon will run out of cards, and he'll run out of cards very quickly. Puffy Hat says, what a final match. That had me on the edge of my seat, especially when Chum picked that correct mystical hat. That's when he hit the Dark Magician. That was a, well, I mean, 1 in 3. So the odds of it happening aren't that low, but when you pull that off in a tight match, ooh, Seal of Orichalcos. When you pull that off in a tight match, that's got like so much riding on it, it just makes it so much better when it does happen. It's, I mean, Joey's 50-50 for Time Wizard has failed like 90% of the time as well, so odds don't mean anything in Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe, what was the judge guy's name in the Big Five? I don't remember. Nesbit? Was it Nesbit? No, I don't think. I don't remember. But the maybe the judge, maybe that dude has some sort of influence, and we just don't know it. Now Dartz has just been attacked again. You gotta say that Valon's probably got this one, or this first match. At least this match feels like it's been going for ages. It says 8 turns. They must be playing side. I'm watching the cards go up and down the field. There's just not much happening in this match. Dartz with another defense. He played his Call of the Haunted. He brought back Venom Cobra. Only had 100. But I guess if Dartz doesn't have anything else, he might as well try, I guess. He's face down airs and Lantian Pikeman. And the Wind Up Rabbit gets the job done. That's a tricky card as well, Wind Up Rabbit, being able to take itself on and off the field like it does. So, Alejandro Fernandez says, this is another video that had me stopping what I was doing and actually watch it instead of having it play in the background. And then spoiler, I can't believe Chum lost, but what a run he had. Never would have guessed his deck to perform the way it did. Up until the very end I was rooting for him to go undefeated. Now I'm just looking forward for his next run with an upgraded deck. There are many good beast support cards that go well with his theme. Thanks for the amazing entertainment as always. Appreciate you, Alejandro Fernandez. I still need to show you the secret house in Pokemon Gen 2 sometime as well. Nicholas Argyros 1331 says, Chum's ability to draw what he needs is uncanny. What a match. Defs did better than I thought he'd do. Great run. I reckon Chumley's was the best run so far, even though he won most of the matches, and it was some of the early, even the early matches though, a lot of them went to 3 games. Even though he won 15-1, a lot of his matches went to 3 games. So his deck was close, it just got the winning edge in all the matches, he almost got over Arcana as well. So Chum's series was just good. Like, that's the sort of series that you want a player to run. Like, the wins and losses, like, they almost don't matter when the match is that good. Alright, Valon has started off with 2 face downs. Great Serpent Geh is in hand. Giant Red Sea Snake. Toon Alligator. I can't see what the name is of that card. The effect card. That's not Great Serpent Geh, is it? I don't remember its name and the text is really... I missed it. Giant Red Sea Snake is played. Isn't it called Shadow Dweller or Shadow Delver or something like that? Oh, 1800 defense of Valon. Okay. Gagging for Lit says the third match was a Sat 2 is for the Chumley and Arcana match. The third match of that match or that game was insane. As another wind up rabbit. Valon's played that in attack mode. He's activated the effect. So it'll banish itself for a turn and then come back on Valon's next turn. For the Chumley and my match, Chaos 4667 says, "This was my first vid from you, and the Chumster pulled it off. I was hyped the entire time." Welcome to the channel, Chaos. If that is the first video that you have seen, welcome. And glad you enjoyed as well. It was called Shadow Delver. And glad you enjoyed the video between Chum and Mai. That match again, that match was really good as well. Chum, I remember that one, Chum beating her fairly easy, but it was still a decent match. Octavia Hirschberg, this is for a Master Duel livestream, but says the Madman actually did it. Is that me playing Master Duel? I'm going to be honest, I hate that game. It is really, really... like, I don't like the way the fields are structured. I like this field, it's easy on the eyes. Master Duel is not easy on the eyes. Getting new cards on it is exceedingly difficult and tedious. Like, it's just a tedious game that is not fun. So I don't know how I'm ever going to be able to play Master Duel and collect a lot of cards on it. It's mind-numbingly bad. I do not rate it as a good Yu-Gi-Oh game. Jared Miller 331919 says, "Do you have deck lists anywhere, especially Chum's Battle City one? I wanted to go through my own PS4 5 game and see how we could do in normal mode. Seems like the deck in there has way too many spell cards compared to the deck I've seen you use." The deck, Chumley's deck in-game probably does have more spell cards. When building Chum's deck, I don't remember if we actually use that, his in-game one, as a template. But no, we did take out some of the spell cards, I think, because they just... We put in others to better suit the theme, but we may have tried to balance out the 20 monsters to 20 magic and traps kind of thing. Ooh, Great Serpent Geh takes a lot of life points off Dartz. It's ended up with 0 attack. Wind Up Rabbit activates its effect. So Valon was out of attacking options, but... Alright, the Heart of the Underdog allows Dartz to draw another card. I'm not gonna lie, this match sucks. Like, this match is slow. Both players are just sitting there. This is not been a good match so far. There's Dark Valkyria. I'm not wrong though, am I? It's not just me. This Dartz and Valon match just sucks. Come on, someone do something. I'm reading more comments. Chum deck. You know, I'm gonna comment his deck in for if you want to use it on PS2. To answer the question, no, I haven't got the deck lists. I never wrote them down anywhere or typed them up. I've been meaning to. It's just that it's gonna take a long time, and I'm not the sort of person that sits still for very long. So, but I will eventually get to it. I think I'm going to try to develop something so that when, either if it's Cameron or Daniel or whoever's recording the duels for me to play back and do commentary on, might even try and incorporate a way to display decks more often, because I do get asked for decks quite a lot. It can't just be me that thinks that this match has sucked so far. They don't seem... It seems that Valon hasn't drawn his better card, so he's got nothing to attack with. 3 Des Kangaroos. Oops, Jangaroo. Kangaroo. 3 Des Koalas. 3 Des Wombat. 3... Oh, Chum does have more monsters and magic and trap cards in this deck build that we got. Kangaroo. If anything, I reckon his deck, to be powered up, needs 1 less Kangaroo Champ. I reckon Kangaroo Champ should be 2 cards. Even 1 of them in his deck. Its effect is good, but if he draws all of his Kangaroo Champs real early on, he can get overwhelmed very quickly because they are only 800 attack. Three Nimble Momonga. 3, I think there's Sea Koala. There are 2 Seal of Orichalcos on the field. The fields look like they mirror each other. To be honest, that actually looks kind of cool. It's like they're reflecting off each other. Both players have a 500 point advantage. This is possibly where things start falling apart for Valon here. We're only in match 2. Valon won the first one. And it looks like Dartz might win the second one, and I'm somewhat disappointed because this match has not... Oh, Giga Gaga Gigo. Giggity. It sounds like Quagmire. Giggity. Giggity Gaggity Gigado. It's the stupidest name for a card. Okay, Psi Frame Gear Beta. Special summon with effect, and there's a Psi Frame Driver as well. Oops, there goes Gaggity Gaggity Gigo. What was that from? The effect of Psi Frame Driver, I think, or something. I think that's the only card on the field that could have done it. Right, Dartz has been milling through most of his deck with Supply Squad and Heart of the Underdog, and still can't get anything going. There's Wind Up Rabbit. Three Sea Koalas, 3 Tree Otters, 3 Vampiric Koala. Airs Rock Sunrise. I'll separate them. iPhones. iPhones are really bad for, like on certain apps, if you highlight everything, it'll keep asking you to copy it, but you can't like click off of it. They're not far from perfect. Mystical Space, Typhoon, Psyframe, Field Spell card is on. Can someone please end this match? Bruh, like, they're not doing anything. Mystical Space Typhoon was just activated. 2 polymerids. How do you even spell that? Polymerization. Scapegoat. Okay, well, Dart's got the second win, so it's 1-1. And how long has this match gone for? I'm going to check the time code. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Okay, these two are having a long match, and it's a pretty boring one. I don't think we've seen matches this boring since freaking Seeker. I might have sped this one up if I checked the time code earlier. But there is a lot to talk about as well. Who watched Mania? For all those who watched Mania, let's chat in comments, or even if I'm on live or something and you see me on, comment on, or I've been live streaming off the PS5 onto YouTube again. I can just turn the microphone on the controller. Otherwise, I can plug my headset mic. I would be keen to just chat about Mania or something. Open up a live stream and just chat. Heart of the Underdog. Who watched Raw today as well? I reckon Raw today was just as good as Mania. Like, Mania obviously focuses on matches, but man, there are some storylines brewing in WWE right now. The acquisition of the Mexican Lucha Libre place, AAA. Stephanie Vickers, Julia's gone. Okay, if you haven't watched Raw or Mania or something and you don't want spoilers, I mean, it's both events have happened quite a few hours ago, so I would say it's pretty safe now, but I think this is enough time for you warning if people do not want spoilers at this time. Anyway, here they come. You have had time to mute or turn the video off. So Julia has gone heel. Becky Lynch has gone heel. Bron Breakker has gone heel. Dominic Mysterio got cheered. Like, people were actually behind Dominic Mysterio instead of booing him halfway to hell, which is really strange. I mean, I love Dom. I think he's great in ring. I'm glad that he's got the IC title. But it's just weird watching and him not getting booed. I don't think I've seen that since, you know, he turned on Ray. The John Cena and Cody Rhodes match. A lot of people were saying that match sucked, which it did. It was not a fantastic match, but I think that's the point. Like, Cena said he's going to destroy wrestling. He's going to destroy it for all of us and the fans. From now on, we get nothing. So the fact that the match was like that, like, kind of makes sense that it was the way it was. Like, the match was pretty lackluster, but I think that's the point. It was supposed to be lackluster. If the match was a 5-star classic, it wouldn't make any sense, because then Cena's giving back to the fans. Okay, to the big march of animals. Beast Soul Swap, Continuous Destruction Punch, which I don't think the effect of that card. Actually, I think it might have been activated once. Continuous Destruction. Oh, it's just Destruction Punch. It's not continuous. There is one called Continuous Destruction Punch, but it's not that one. So Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman. We've got a new faction coming through. Do they add one more member? Do they go with... I seen someone put up a vignette and it had Austin Theory with them. I reckon that kind of works. I reckon Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, they need to end that tag team. Because as a tag team, they are not going anywhere. They've served their due. Like, they're not doing anything. So they gotta try and break them off into single superstars, or like they just aren't going anywhere. Magic Jammer, negate attack, and 7 tools of the bandit. Alright, there we go. Oh, hang on. No, I need to edit that. Forgot the extras. Kiala. Oh my god. There we go. The stupid touchpad on the iPhones isn't big enough. And Master of Oz. Again, this match is a snooze fest. Wind up rabbit on the field, 1900. There we go. So there we go, Jared Miller. I have put in commented down Chum's deck list for you, so you can build it and play through with it. Emperor Pikachu also commented on one of my Super Mario shorts. It's a me, a Mario. I am super keen for the Nintendo Switch 2 to come out in that Super Mario Kart World, or whatever it's called. Like, that game looks really good. Open world Mario Kart, we haven't had that before. It'd be definitely different. But overall, a lot of people are saying that Mania was lackluster. I don't think it was lackluster. I reckon it was alright. The matches on it were all pretty solid, besides Rhodes and Cena. But again, I think that's the point of Cena's new persona. Even with his entrance, just had John Cena in plain white text with a black background. So I think that's people just missing the point. That Cena is ruining wrestling for us, and that's how he's doing it. The Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria, tag team champions for not even 24 hours. Gunther attacks Pat McAfee. That was mean. But man, Gunther's a great heel as well. Like, he is really, really good at what he does. But yeah, so Dom with the IC title, you got to say that Finn's gonna have to try and take that at some stage from him. There's just even NXT Stand and Deliver. That was a really good event as well. Sol Ruka won NXT Women's North American Championship. She is so overdue for a title run. Like, she needed that title. I reckon Solruka is one of the best that they have on NXT in the women's division. Stephanie Vicaire and Io Sky had a match on Raw today. That was a really good match until Roxanne Perez showed up. But I reckon Roxanne Perez is going to get drafted onto Raw or SmackDown this year. WWE draft, that should be coming up soon, shouldn't it? Where they do that and stick to it for about 4 weeks, and then everybody competes on just whatever show again. Like, they stick to the brand for like a month or two, and then they just go, nah, to hell with it. Put everyone on both shows. Well, Dartz only has the great Serpent Gare on the field. There's another defense. Neither player has any cards. Emergency teleport. Someone just end the match. This is going to be over a half-hour match, and this has been one of the most boring matches I think we've ever seen. Come on, Dartz, Valon, end it. Frame, Gear Delta. But no, I enjoyed Mania. I fell asleep before it started both nights. Ended up waking up on both days about 4 hours after it ended, and then watch it. Unfortunately, on night 2, I opened Facebook without thinking and had John Cena's results spoiled, along with what match was it? I don't remember, but I got 2 spoilers. It might have been the women's tag match, actually. But yes, that's what I get for opening social media before I watched Mania. So yes, unfortunately I did have John Cena's results spoiled, but I kind of figured John Cena would win. I actually had a friend message me and say, who do you think's winning at Mania? I got every match right, except for the triple threat match between Punk, Seth, and Roman, which was a great match. Everybody's crapping on Mania because of the Cena and Rhodes match. Every match on that card was solid. So, Cyframe, Overload. It was nice to see the little cameo from Joe Hendry as well. Here we go. It looks like Dartz might be finished, and he is. Alright, this match is finally over. Boo! Valon and Dartz both suck. Anyway, this one's all over. If Valon was playing against a stronger opponent, he probably would have got stomped. No, I don't think the Cyframe deck's all that good. It can probably be powered up a bit, but the one that Valon has, even though he's won a couple of matches, he's had bad opponents, so I hope Valon gets crushed. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in, and as always, thanks for leaving the comments as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.